Hi, how are you? Today we are lecture 6, operator overloading 1. The basics of operator overloading will be discussed here. Operator overloading, the rules of operator overloading, binary operator overloading with an example. Let's start. The concept of operator overloading is very exciting in C++ because in case of C, you know that you have to write the program in such a way that the available operator, you can just, your program will be in such a way that it will be fit to it. But now, whatever you are creating, whatever will be the data type, your operator will be fit to it. So now, you have to write the operator that it will be fit to your own data type. Say for example, if I am considering operator plus, you know that plus can be used in this way, 2 plus 3. Next, I can use it 2.3 plus 8.5. So for adding integer data type, floating point data type like this. Now if I am writing say AOB, OB1 and OB plus OB1. Now this is not the primitive data type, it is user defined data type. Now you have to write, or you have to do the operator will be now fit to this data type. That means your data type, the user defined data type. This is the main concept of operator overloading. Let's see how we can do this. The concept of operator overloading somewhat similar to function overloading. As the function overloading, you know that the name is same but the definition is different. Here the plus is the symbol known to you, but the definition will be now set by you. It is not like you are writing plus multiple times and it will be in a single class, not like this, but plus we have a concept of it, but now you can set your own rules. Okay. What is the syntax of it? Return type, operator keyword and operator symbol. Here the operator keyword, after that when I am writing, say I am writing that return type void operator plus and your arguments are there. That means when we are getting operator then this symbol, that means now this symbol will get a new meaning. The compiler can understand now the plus is not the only one to add integer or floating point number or whatever. Now it is going to get a new definition. Then it will be defined, and after that this symbol, now it is not a symbol, this one is now become a operator function. Now this plus symbol becomes a operator function. So what is the rules of operator overloading? Only built-in operator can be overloaded. New operator cannot be created. Say if you are thinking that you are going to create your own operator, say hash, it's not possible. If it is available, if it is known to the compiler, then you can use it. You can set your own rules, but you cannot create new operator. Arity of the operators cannot be changed. Means plus is a binary operator. It should remain binary. It will not be the unary or ternary like this. If it is a binary operator, it will remain a binary operator. Precedence and associativity. I think you know about it. Still, I'm telling you. If I have say A, OB1, OB2, OB3, and you are writing OB1 plus OB2 multiplication OB3, first multiplication will be done, then the result which we will get with this result, the rest of it, that means addition will be done, because the priority of multiplication is higher than plus. So precedence and associativity, as it is a left to right operator, it will remain left to right, not right to left. So precedence and associativity will remain same. Overloaded operator cannot have default argument except the function call operator. I will discuss about the function call operator later. Just now remember the rules. Assignment operator, subscript operator, function call selection, all of these operators must be defined as member function. There has some reason, okay, when I'm going to discuss about the assignment operator, then I will discuss about it. Just remember now that these operator cannot be friend. Otherwise, the operator can be member function, that means operator member function, or it can be the friend function. Okay. Except operator specified 0.5, all of the other operators can either member function or friend function. And next point is last one. Some operator like assignment, address and comma are by default overloaded. So which operators are by default overloaded? Some MCQs, you can get this kind of MCQs, that assignment, address and comma operators are by default overloaded. Some operator cannot be overloaded. This is the least. This operator cannot be overloaded, because when the developer developing this, they think that overloading this operator doesn't actually make any significance. So that's why this from beginning the operator overloading is restricted here. Now see this code where I am telling you want to add two complex data type, and for doing this you are writing a function called add, and in the add function you have passed one argument and you are writing real. So here the real is basically this real equals to real plus, or you can write it this real plus ob dot real. Okay, so here it is a current object which one is calling here, and current objects real added with the past, the explicitly passed one, that means add ob. Sorry, here it is wrongly written, it will be complex ob. Yes, sorry. It will be complex ob. That is a function, it object cannot be created. And when you are writing complex ob, ob1, and here in the constructor will be called and the value will be taken, and you are writing next that ob equals to ob dot add ob1. So here it is ob, which one is calling the add function, and it is explicitly passed, and according to the definition current class Which one is calling? This is the current class. Current class data add with the object which is passed its data, and we are getting the result. Without using the operator function, we can also do this in this way. So what is the advantage of using this one? The advantage of it, say after writing a long code, you have forgotten that what was the, the purpose. Purpose is, you can remember the purpose, but what was the name? Is it sum or is it add? You cannot remember it. So I think if I am using the plus, it is very easy for us to remember this one. So maybe for this one, the operator overloading concept is there. Though in Java, the operator overloading is not there. Okay, next I am writing the same code just using the operator overloading. And here you can see that the complex operator plus complex OB. And when you are writing that here it is returning complex type, and when you are writing OB equals to OB plus OB1, that time OB plus OB1, that time like the previous one, as you are writing OB dot add OB1, here this one is the object which is calling the function. Same, they are actually same. This is the left hand side operator, left hand side operand is the calling one, calling the function plus, and after that plus this one is actually this one when you are writing OB dot OB1. The right hand side is same as this one, and we are just doing, I think it was a real, imaginary, and adding this. So this is the concept of operator overloading. This is the example of binary operator overloading. Now I have a question that why we are passing one argument here? Because when this statement is written, that time the left hand side operator, it is implicitly passed. This one will be implicitly passed, so you need one more, because this is a binary operator and we know that the binary operator will remain binary. It will not be unary. If it is a unary operator and it is a member function, no need to pass any argument. But if it is a binary operator, we need to pass one argument. Okay. So here a picture is given. It's very bad handwriting. Okay, hope you understand this. Thank you.